We are taking a look behind the pharmacy counter with Phil the Pharmacist from Hauser's Healthcare this morning. And this is such a great topic because when I'm standing there waiting for my prescription, I feel for the pharmacists and the staff there because you're front line facing customers who just are going, why is it taking so long to fill my prescription?
Absolutely. And you know what? I love the transparency that we have almost inherently in pharmacy, that those counters are front and center so you can see what we're doing. I think it lends to a sense of trust, and really pharmacy is, there's a lot of trust built into that relationship. But to your question, why does it take so long? There are a lot of things that really shouldn't take so long. And for our pharmacies, Hauser's Pharmacy, we really want to make sure that we value your time, but we also take the time to make sure that we're doing not only everything properly, but we're giving you the best care that we can. So we have around a 10-minute guarantee for any prescription that you have that may be a regular prescription. There are, of course, exceptions to that when you have new prescriptions or when you have compounded prescriptions. So we do, things like tablets and capsules.
Where you're actually making the tablets.
We're making them,
yes.
Yeah. We make lollipops and gummy bears and, everybody's favorite suppository kind of thing. But
okay.
Right. But these are all part of pharmacy, right?
Yes,
and we have to have these conversations and be comfortable with being uncomfortable, because that's the way we get the best health care.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Right. And you're also, you brought up an interesting point when we were chatting before, that you're not affected as much by the tariffs because you go for a lot of Canadian drug supply. That's
right. We've chosen to support our Canadian industries by making sure that we have a lot of Canadian made drugs within our counters and on our shelves kind of thing. And we think that's really important, not just for our patients, but for the entire industry on a whole. So it really differentiates maybe us from some box stores or corporate things, corporate stores, because we're allowed to kind of choose where we get our supplies from. We can use different wholesalers. And so when we talk about things like back orders, when we talk about things like patients that get a better result from a specific brand, independent pharmacy is generally a better option to be able to find that supply for you.
And oftentimes, having a one-on-one relationship with a pharmacist or a tech is a really good thing because you get to know the patient.
Absolutely.
It's not just a customer, right? It's a patient.
Yeah, absolutely. It could be a friend. It could be somebody that you get to know a little bit about their personal background, and that can make all the difference in evaluating their medication. So one of the things that pharmacists do in evaluating your medication is going through and saying, hey, I see you're on cholesterol medication. When was the last time you had your blood work done? I see you're on blood pressure medication. When was the last time we reevaluated that? Or are you making sure that you're keeping away from the salt? Or are you taking on enough water to do this? Have you changed your diet to be able to get the best out of this therapy? And all of that is happening, within a couple of minutes, that pharmacists are evaluating these prescriptions. And the wonderful thing is we get to see you, we get to have that experience kind of thing, but we get to relay that information. And if your pharmacist is taking the time, you're getting that information back and they're asking those questions. And I think that's a really important factor in making sure that it's not a transactional experience, right? This is healthcare. And as much as we want to get out of there, we still want to make sure that you're getting the best, you're walking away and saying, I know what to do now.
We have just a few seconds left, but I want to ask, what can we as patients or customers do to help things along?
Yeah, that's a very good question. I think volunteering any information changes that may have happened. So if you've got new drug plans, if you've gone through any changes, or if you've gotten any medications in between the last time you got your medications filled, those are all really important factors. Or if there's been any changes in your health, so you're saying, hey, I went for blood work. Can does that show up on my profile? If my blood pressure has been up the last few days, is that something that I should be concerned about? So prompting pharmacists is not a bad thing, but we should be asking those questions as well.
Okay, great stuff. Okay, thanks for the look behind the counter.
Thanks so much. Always a pleasure.
We'll get more up, the links up on our website, chch.com/morninglive.